Welcome back to Force Education. This is Ed. Today we're going to be talking about Mullen again, going with the ticker MULN. It has been around a week since I did talk about it, but today we're going to be diving into their location as well as some of the things we want to be looking out for and institutional buyers. Next video most likely will be relating towards their financials compared towards their competitors at this level of stage. So that is still in the works, but today we're going to be taking a quick overview into just a recap of the products. So first one is a Dragonfly, which is coming soon, which is coming out as a high performance sports car. Again, as well, looking very luxurious. And then you have the MULN 1, and this one here is an EV fleet of kind of vans. You have the cargo van for Class 1 commercial and the Class 2 commercial. I did talk about it in depth last video, including delivery dates. I also have the MULN EV battery technology with lithium sulfur, and this is going to be implemented in the MULN 5, and it basically has some technology that is proprietary towards Mullen, so that's always a nice thing to see. And then of course you have the MULN 5, which is the vehicle that a lot of people are looking for. It's California kind of inspired in terms of landscape and urban play, and it very much looks like all the other EVs, and part of it is that it doesn't have a grille, for instance, here, and it's very much aerodynamic. Now, the other thing I do want to really focus on is the manufacturing hub. So their manufacturing hub for Key Logistic Hub, they have Mid-South and North Delta regions. Now, with approximately to all major rail lines, interstate, Mississippi River system, and air logistics, Mullen manufacturing facilities are located in a primary logistical center of North America, the automotive supplier of the Southeast Corridor and the Mid-South Tennessee region, and the North Delta region provides Mullen with the baseline for manufacturing success. Now, right off the bat, this is their current site, and this is for Advanced Manufacturing Engineering Center, or AMEC, and it's locating 50 miles from Memphis, Tennessee. It's around 120,000 square feet, turnkey engineering facility on 100 acres land, so there is a lot of room to expand there, and Center for Manufacturing Innovation and Validation and ability for light vehicle assembly. Now, I did go ahead first and try to look at this Tunica and try to see where it is, but unfortunately the site is not exactly here. It's very close, not here. It's just up the road. So it really goes up, I believe, well, a few kilometers. So you see where the location is Tunica. Here, it's actually at Tunica Resorts. So the address is Tunica Resorts. If you're looking for it, you got to look at the resorts, not the city itself, but the resort town, I believe, or village. But the nice thing about this one here, it's 100 acres, so it's a massive amount of land that they're able to continue on developing. It has access to main highways. It has access to the Mississippi River. Additionally, there is an airport right on here, which is the airport. It looks like it's big enough for some basically transportation, but generally a lot of these vehicles or manufacturing would basically use both rail and perhaps the Mississippi River. The Mississippi River as well, just in case you didn't know, it basically goes on from all the way from Gulf of Mexico. That's where it ends, and it rises in Lake Itasca in Minnesota. So it is a very massive river with around 2,340 miles, or almost around 3,766 kilometers from its source. So it is a massive river on its own, and it's a perfect kind of location to have. It's not far off from the river itself, and as well basically strategically put with closer to railways, closer to highways, and there's also even an airport. And it's not that far off from Memphis as well, Tennessee as well. So there is a lot of access to this location. And with gas prices increasing, you can see that logistically, this one can easily use, for instance, rail, or as well access to the river for both raw material and as well the final product. Now, they did release a news back on March 9th, 2022, and it's basically saying that insider monkey names Mullen Automotive as a top penny stock to buy in March, but really that's just tooting their own horn, so we're gonna skip right through that. We have some institutional buyers information. So Pazer Terran S has increased his shares from around 11.36 million shares to around 29.36 million shares, around more than double the percentage of the current time being. That's an increase of around 158%. You also have USA Holdings, which apparently just declared around 19.83 million shares, so holding around 10% of this pie. Both of these were mentioned on the 10th of March. Other institutional buyers, we don't have much information on them, and insiders have been quiet. Now, if you'd like to see more contents like this, make sure to click the subscribe button and leave notification buttons on for this channel, and don't forget to drop a like. If you'd like to join our Discord, you can find the link in the description below. Now, from a technical analysis perspective, Mullen has actually been very interesting since the first time we've covered it, it was around 50 cents. And at this point, it's above the $1. And it's been kind of hovering around there. And that's really nice to see, because that means it is very easily able to go above the $1 level for a prolonged amount of time. And that way it doesn't lose compliance. And that's a good thing. Now, there is a lot of volatility for it, and it looks like it is on the road to actually seeing better results and a positive reversal for a long-term positive trend. Now, the average directional index has gone and broke that negative trend, and that's a very nice thing to see. The William %R, which is very similar to the relative strength index, is shown to be a bit closer to overbought, but it's not. It's neutral. It's very much in the neutral zone. The overbought and oversold goes between 20 and 80 kind of levels, and it's currently around 50, so it's really right in the middle as neutral. But you see that the trend is going closer to overbought, and that's what I mean, that there's more demand than there is supply, and that's a good thing. The MACD is still positive, and momentum is still one of the highs has been 0.72, and that really shows that there's easily another leg up for this one, especially with oil gases going high and people starting to look for alternative vehicles, EVs. Now, stochastic fast and stochastic slow both are actually increasing upwards, showcasing that this might be another leg up for this one. It might be a really nice uptrend forming. Now, the moving averages, you're able to see that they're curving back up and really showing a nice kind of curve. It's suggesting that there could be, for instance, a potential for a nice reversal onto this one that could be prolonged. Now, in terms of the Fibonacci retracements, you're seeing a resistance at 415, 640, 821, 1003, 1262, and 1591 with a support at 52 cents. From a price line action perspective, we're seeing a significant resistance at 135, 178 above there, 280, 363, around 506 and 589 with a support level at 99 cents, 78 cents, and 52 cents. Now, there is definitely a lot of different values for this one that you could really start seeing some trouble with resistance. But the current thing that I'm kind of excited off is the trend that it's currently forming. Now, it's definitely a bullish trend that you're seeing. It went up to all the way to 214 in extended hours. However, you're seeing somewhat of still of a general channel. Ignore the upper side that happened after hours and earlier on the 28th of February. That might have been a fault of people just basically buying in as if a hype a little and getting a bit too excited. But you're still seeing a nice uptrend that is slowly going with still high volatility. But it's still going on an uptrend, and that's what's exciting, that this stock can really come around for the coming months. What do you think about this ticker? Make sure to mention down in the comments below. Share, subscribe, and like, and have a wonderful day.